Today is August 31st, 2021. My name is Charles Suter, and today I'm presenting part 11 of my Rationality series. This one focused on rational rules set number 4. Again, my main purpose for presenting these topics of rationality is to help you become a more rational person. My main message: by following the rational rules, you become rational. You might think that that's a difficult thing to do, but I submit that rationality is simply common sense plus application of these rational rules. The philosophy of rationality emphasizes living in the present, since the past is gone and the future has not yet arrived. The rationalist doesn't concern himself about the past or the future. Choices and actions can only be taken in the present. So that is where the rationalist places his attention and efforts. The rationalist accepts reality and takes responsive action in the present, and in so doing he is confident that his future will take care of itself. The only constructive action a rationalist can take in the midst of change and adversity is to choose a positive attitude and then choose what physical adjustments he can make now that will give him the best chance to end up in a favorable position given the specific nature of the changes taking place around him. Rational rule number 10. Accept reality, even adversive changes. It is irrational to think that you can stop, escape, or evade changes. That is, change imposed by the outside. External change is inevitable. It's constant. It's unrelenting. For the rationalist, reality is the starting point for dealing with change. In the midst of change, most people will seek ways to escape it, especially changes they don't like, and find ways to get back to their old comfort zone. No one has a tailor-made comfort zone and wants to leave it, except for compellingly good reasons for improving it. Thus, there's a tendency to believe the irrational notion that change can be evaded, and it won't affect them if one just resists change hard enough. However, change is continuous, unrelenting, and unstoppable, so denial is never an effective strategy in dealing with change. Only when you accept reality as your starting point, then gain the proper perspective and understanding, are you best able to adjust your life to deal with external change. Rational rule number 11. Deal with adversity, and also this applies to change, with choice and change. Since reality cannot be stopped, you must choose how to deal with it. The rationalist chooses a positive attitude in dealing with change. Then the rationalist chooses how best to adjust their life to adapt to change. So the first thing the rationalist does is to choose something that's under their control, their attitude. And then they strive to change what's in their physical environment that helps make their life a little bit better, a little bit easier. After accepting external change, the rationalist knows that he can respond appropriately with a combination of choices, choosing his attitude and his goals. Picking a positive mental attitude is the only way to avoid emotional distress when changes are undesirable. A positive mental attitude is a belief of hope and optimism. There's always hope that even an external change seems to have some undesirable aspects to it. There's usually hidden opportunities, and if found and pursued, will allow for favorable outcomes, either reducing the adverse impact of change or improving one's life situation. The rationalist is an active participant in dealing with change, seeking advantages and limiting disadvantages. Rational rule 12. Leave emotionally troubled past behind. It's pretty obvious that the past is gone. There's nothing you can do about it. The future is not here yet, although you can plan for it, set goals. But life can only be lived in the present. The rationalist leaves his past behind and focuses on his present choices. There's nothing to be gained by clinging to a troubled past with memories of pain and sorrow. The rationalist deliberately chooses to focus his attention on what he can do now to live the best life possible in each moment, with a balance between short-term pleasures and long-term gains. Pleasant memories, lessons learned from past experience, personal values gained over time, hard-earned skills, these are retained and summoned as appropriate for use in the present. But anything else that might cause emotional upsetness or limit one's future options are simply left behind, forgotten as if they never happened. Now, my final message: if you want to become rational, then simply start following the rational rules. Each rational rule is intended as guidance for selecting and maintaining rational beliefs. With rational beliefs, you will not suffer the emotional distress that might otherwise be unavoidable with your irrational beliefs. With rational beliefs, you will deal with adversity and undesirable changes directly, timely, and proactively. Even if one's comfort zone is disrupted, the rationalist will seek options that will allow him to rebuild a new comfort zone to replace the one lost by change. As you rationally endure transitions between one comfort zone to another, caused by change or any other source of adversity, you will respond with positivity and motivated by the hope that all will turn out well, so long as you continue to make rational choices and pursue them with intentionally selected goals. Well, that's all for now. Remember to stay positive. You'll be happier, healthier, and live longer.